Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Ian Wright reacts to Ben White's North London derby performance. Ian Wright has told much of the day that Ben White was magnificent for Arsenal on Saturday, with the defender's performance epitomizing everything Mikel Arteta wants from his players. The Gunners were sensational at the Emirates in North London derby. Goals from Thomas Partey, Gabriel Jesus and Granit Xhaka helped Arsenal repeat the same scoreline from 12 months ago. Tottenham's unbeaten record is in tatters, but many more probably now see the Gunners as a genuine title contenders after their victory. The performances all over the park were outstanding. Gabriel Jesus was mesmering at times. William Saliba further enhanced his reputation as a Rolls-Royce of a defender, and Granit Xhaka's redemption story continues to gain fresh chapters. But Wright picked out another name when looking at the statistics from the game. When you look at the way Arsenal have improved, you look at more shots converted, higher turnovers, and what I saw in pre-season with them is the way they wanted to win the ball possession, won in the final third and turnovers, he told much of the day. And the person who epitomized it more than anybody else in the way they were playing was Ben White. I thought he was magnificent. Tottenham gave him a lot of space. Tottenham were getting a lot of players back, but they weren't really doing anything. White was the man who played the ball into Partey for the opening goal. It's probably fair to say that White has not got the full credit he deserves for his form at right back. He looks unnatural in that role and continues to keep Takahiro Tomiyasu out of the side. Paul Merson told Sportskida this week that he was shocked to see White left out of the most recent England squad. He has certainly done his World Cup chances no harm at all after Saturday. BT Sport, do you pick out Gabriel Magalhaes as Arsenal's weak link versus Tottenham? Arsenal might have beaten Tottenham yesterday, but the first half had some concerning moments, especially in the form of defender Gabriel Magalhaes. The Brazilian defender partnered William Saliba at the back, and while Saliba won praise for his performance against the Spurs, Gabriel had a day of mixed fortunes really. Indeed, it was he who brought down Richarlison for Harry Kane's penalty, and then, for around 15 minutes after that, Gabriel seemed to be playing on edge. And speaking on BT Sports comms at the time, both Martin Keown and Jermaine Yenas picked Gabriel out as Arsenal's weak link. He is the one who looks like he will give you a chance, Gabriel, Yenas said. He's not as confident on the ball as Saliba, giving it away cheaply, isn't he? Martin Keown added. Gabriel has been one of the consistent selections for Mikel Arteta ever since he took over. The Brazilian star has been above average in the main, too, chipping in with the crucial goals at times as well. However, Saliba's return seems to have upped the ante, and with the Gunners now top of the table, every little mistake will be picked up on. There were times yesterday when Gabriel, as Keown and Yenas said, looked shaky and like he'd give Tottenham chances. Thankfully, he got his worst moment out of the way when he chopped down Richarlison, but there were other nervy times too, as pointed out here. In the end, it mattered little, but Gabriel will be keen to learn from his error, and perhaps a bit more focus and concentration is needed going in the future games. Darren Bent seriously impressed with William Saliba. Saturday was a day to celebrate for the Gunners, who had a number of players put in top performances to ensure a big win for Mikel Arteta's side, and one of those players to impress was French defender William Saliba. The Arsenal star was at his best throughout as he helped bail out a couple of nervy moments from Gabriel alongside him, and Arsenal fan and TalkSport regular Darren Bent took to Twitter to sing his praises. The tweet read, "Entertaining first half, William Saliba has been very good, calm, composed, strong." Saliba was indeed very good on the day, and when so much pressure was on with Harry Kane and Heung-min Son up against him, he showed his true class at times. On a big day for Arsenal, Saliba also ensured it was a big day for himself. This was a true test of Arsenal's credentials, and William Saliba more than helped the Gunners to what will be a massive 3 points this season. The Gunners now sit atop the pile, and there is now a genuine belief you feel within the camp that this season will be a hugely successful one for them. Some of the attacking performances from the likes of Jesus and Martinelli were also noteworthy, but Saliba allowed Arsenal a solid foundation of which to build from, and he deserved praise for his performance. Arsenal have been praised for keeping hold of William Saliba this summer after his superb form since returning to the club from loan this summer. The 21-year-old was particularly impressive on loan at Marseille last season, and Fabrizio Romano has revealed that this led to them holding some discussions about keeping him permanently. Writing in his exclusive Couth Offside column, Romano says that Marseille spoke with Saliba's agent about this possibility, though Arsenal never entered into any concrete talks because their stance was clear: Saliba was not for sale. This was clearly a good decision by Arsenal, as they are now reaping the benefits of having this top young centre-back in their starting 11, with Saliba undoubtedly being one of the league leaders players of the season so far. Premier League manager insists he wants to keep Arsenal target. Aston Villa manager Steven Gerrard insists he wants to keep Douglas Luiz amidst interest from Arsenal, even though he admits it would be hard to achieve that. Luiz is the subject of serious transfer interest from the Gunners, who have been monitoring him. They made a late swoop for his signature in the last transfer window, but Villa stood their ground and turned down some really good offers for his signature. The midfielder would be out of contract in the summer, and Mikel Arteta's side could return for his signature. Gerrard knows he is a top talent and understands the interest, but Villa remains committed to keeping him. He said, as quoted by the Daily Mail, "Am I surprised by the speculation? No, because we have got a young Brazilian player who is a fantastic talent. I expect to be asked this question a lot as the season progresses. We want him to stay. I think the owners were very determined to keep him here." Luiz is there for the taking now, as he approaches the end of his time as a Villa player. We need to show we are serious about signing him by making a move in January. However, if we have enough midfield cover, we could get him on a pre-contract agreement to join in this summer. Nice leading the race for Arsenal target Mykhalo Mudryk. Nice are reportedly leading the transfer race for Mykhalo Mudryk, who is currently on the books of Shakhtar Donetsk. The 21-year-old has shown tremendous progress in the last few years, with his performances attracting interest from several English clubs. Arsenal have been credited with an interest in the Ukraine, who is regarded as one of the best players to have emerged from Donetsk. The Gunners tried to sign him in the summer transfer window, but failed to get a deal over the line. Mudryk has publicly expressed his desire to play in the Premier League, but Nice are currently in pole position to secure his signature, according to The Sun. The League One side are ready to pay around £30 million for the 21-year-old, but Shakhtar want almost the double. Brentford are also said to be keen on the winger, but they will be waiting to see if the Ukrainian side manages to make it to the Champions League knockouts, as failure to do so could lower their asking price. Arsenal have made a strong start to the new season, as they are currently at the top of the Premier League standings with 7 wins from 8 matches. They strengthened both their defensive and forward ranks in the summer, and the result is there for all to see. However, they still look in need of a quality winger, and that's where Mudryk comes in. The Ukraine international has scored 2 goals and contributed 2 assists in 2 Champions League matches so far this season. He has also started 4 league matches for Shakhtar Donetsk, earning 2 assists to his name. At such a young age, the winger also has 8 national caps to his name. Arsenal should try to sign him in the winter window. Arsenal are keeping a close eye on €60 million rated Bundesliga winger. Arsenal and Chelsea are reportedly among the teams to have scouted Bayer Leverkusen forward Moussa Diaby, as he impressed with Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League this week. Diaby has long been regarded as a talented teenager, having caught the eye in Germany for a while now, and it looks like scouts from top Premier League teams are keeping a close eye on him. Both Arsenal and Chelsea had officials present for France internationals' fantastic display, with Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League, with the Gunners supposedly having a long-standing interest in the attacker. The Gunners would do well to add Musa as a replacement for Pepe, as he could see the Spanish boss and co trying again to sign a forward in January. The French forward started his career at PSG before moving to Bayer Leverkusen, and he has since featured 134 times for the Bundesliga Giants, scoring 36 goals. This campaign, the 23-year-old forward has scored only 1 goal and assisted 2 in all tournaments, and his dip in form has led to him being dropped from the France team. In contrast, last season he helped fire Gerardo's side to a third-place finish in the Bundesliga, scoring 17 goals and assisting a further 14. The Gunners are in the market for an additional forward as they also chase Ukrainian winger Mykhalo Mudryk. Arsenal and Liverpool want to sign the next Erling Holland. Arsenal is currently battling Liverpool for the signature of an 18-year-old striker labelled the next Erling Holland. Andreas Celdrup plays for Nordirland and he's now a mainstay on their first team after scoring 5 goals in 10 games for them this term. European scouts have been watching him, especially clubs who missed out on a promising young Haaland. Arsenal is one of them, but Calcio Mercato reveals they are not alone, with Liverpool also looking to add him to their squad. The Reds have signed some fine young players recently to gradually replace their aging squad. However, Arsenal is a choice destination for young players who want to keep playing regularly. That could act as an advantage to the Gunners as they pitch the idea of playing for them to the youngster. We missed out on Haaland when he was younger, and he is tearing up Premier League defenses now. Celdrup might not be as good as Haaland, but he remains one player to monitor. If he joins us now, he would struggle to play, so we probably should allow him to develop further at his present team before adding him to our squad. Perhaps between now and the end of the season, he would become even better than he is now. Arsenal set to reignite interest in out-of-favour midfielder. Arsenal are claimed to have retained an interest in signing Manuel Locatelli despite his move to Juventus in 2021. The Gunners were strongly linked with a move to sign the Italy international, but despite Sassuolo accepting their offer, the player made his intentions clear to join the old lady. Instead, things have not gone so smoothly at the Allianz, however, with him currently losing his role as a regular starter under Massimiliano Allegri, finding much of his playing time whilst coming off the bench. Arsenal remain in need of bolstering in central midfield, having failed with a move to add Douglas Luiz to their ranks late in this summer window, but a return to add Locatelli could well be our preferred option in the upcoming windows, with Football Italia claiming we will look to try again to land him inside the next 12 months. I have to admit, I have mixed feelings over a move to sign Locatelli. He appears to have all the makings of a top midfielder, but his time with the old lady has been very stop-start. On the other hand, there seems to be a lot wrong in Turin at present, with even the best of players struggling for form, and I can see so many of their current crop reigniting their careers once they either get a new man in charge or are saved by a move away from Juve. Where do you rank Locatelli amongst our crop of midfield targets? I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.